like Hogan said, they're seeing a lot of people that don't look like wrestlers, bro. Why would I want to watch a professional wrestler compete in the ring when seriously, bro, I myself might have a 50-50 chance of beating him?
So on the Full Send podcast, Hulk Hogan, brother, made some comments that set the internet ablaze. He said, all the guys are wrestled look like monster size, and nowadays there are a lot of guys that look like wrestlers and a lot of guys that don't. A lot of guys that look like wrestlers, and then you got a lot of guys that look like they should be bagging my groceries. So the difference is how athletic the guys are. Smaller guys can do all kinds of crazy stuff. They do so much impressive stuff in one match. I wouldn't do that in a year. But what does that mean, So on that, Vince, does Hulk Hogan make a valid point there?
1,000%. Bro, listen. Bro, for decades and decades and decades and decades, when somebody said professional wrestling, you immediately drew a picture in your head. You immediately knew what this was. When they said pro wrestling, you knew what pro wrestling is. That is completely changed. That has completely changed. So all of those people, bro, for decades and decades and decades that had a vision and an idea and an image and an understanding of pro wrestling, when they tune into a show today, that's not what they're seeing. Yeah. Because first and foremost, bro, like Hogan said, they're seeing a lot of people that don't look like wrestlers, bro. Why would I want to watch a professional wrestler compete in the ring when seriously, bro, I myself might have a 50-50 chance of beating him? Bro, think about how ridiculous that is. If I got a baseball game on here right now, Chris, okay? Bro, these pitchers are throwing 100 miles an hour. I look at this, bro, you and I, we would never foul off a pitch. These guys could throw 100 pitches to us. We wouldn't foul off one ball. You know what the comparison to that is? The comparison to that is this. Oh my God, Hulk Hogan. Bro, if I ever was in the ring with that guy, he'd kill me. Mm-hmm. Not today. I mean, bro, today we would be watching this same game and these guys would be throwing 50 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. And Chris and Vince would actually have a chance of hitting a baseball from a... That's the analogy. So when you have people, bro, that, their grandfathers watched it, their fathers watched it, then they watched it, and all of a sudden, they're seeing guys on their screen 150 pounds, 170 pounds. Yeah. They're not buying it, bro. So, bro, every time, Chris, back in the day, every person that walked down that ramp, you felt like they would kick your backside.
Yeah, I call it the action figure test, Vince. Like, do they look like they passed the action figure test? Do they have that larger-than-life look that they look like they can pass the action figure test and be an action figure that's on shelves, And so even a relatively smaller guy like Bret Hart or Shawn Michaels, their presentation was so unique and so very captivating and alluring, like with the pink and black. It wasn't just I'm wearing a bunch of different stuff in different colors. Bret Hart was very intentional to really lock in on his brand a lot. I'm going to wear the pink and black, pink and black, pink and black. I don't care if I'm 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", 220, 30 pounds. One thing you know about me is I'm pink and black, and I look bigger because my brand is big. And for Shawn Michaels, the same way. I'm gonna wear the red and black and white, the sexy boy with the zebra print and things like that. That's the type of brand that I'm going to present myself in order to be distinguished on a shelf. If I'm walking at Walmart and I look past, I'm gonna see pink and black. Oh, that's interesting. Let's this guy, and I'm gonna see someone in zebra prints. But nowadays, there's so many people who don't really have a brand locked in because they're so focused on matches, and that is something that dilutes the product as a whole so much, man.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, and I agree with everything. I agree with it. See, bro, people don't want to face reality. Yeah. That's the reality. Hey, bro, listen, people don't understand because they haven't been around as long as I have. Bro, I was around when roller derby was hot.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to roller derby, bro? You think it can't happen? What happened to roller derby, bro? It freaking disappeared. Yeah. Roller derby was on every single week right after wrestling, bro. The New York Chiefs disappeared, bro.
I used to love me some rock and roller games, man. So back in the day, and people used to hit each other and be like a hockey / roller derby type of feel to it, man. It was really fun to see.
Yeah.